This video is part of the Everything Farmhouse Open playlist, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it after the first project. This is us. So this is a wood blank in the shape of a birdhouse, and I got it at Dollar Tree for just a couple $. A really good deal for how thick and substantial this is. This is that Oops paint I think I used in the last video. It just says satin. And then I have that plastic stencil. I think it came from Essential Stencil. It looks like the other ones I have from them. So I'm going to start with a rub down of burnt umber. I like to have that underneath the top coat. Just if I want to, sand it or distress it a little bit, there's some darkness underneath. And I come in with the hot heat gun. Sorry. I come in with the heat gun to make sure the nooks and crannies are dry. And now I come in with the top coat. And I just do the whole thing, and then I took a look at it, and I realized it could be a little bit better coverage, and you could see the paint brush strokes and marks. So I did come back and go over it. And then again, just making sure all the nooks and crannies are dried. So I'm just using one of those Walmart sponge dabbers to do my stencil. So I wanted to do a phrase at the bottom and a phrase at the top. And I knew it was going to be really cramped, so I really paid attention to where I put the stencil. I just kind of taped it off, not so much to hold it in place as I didn't want the paint to go through there. There is a piece of tape at the top there that you can't see, but a lot of what's keeping the stencil in place is just my hand, just holding it down. And I'll just speed this up as I go through it. This is just black chalk paint or ink chalk paint. And it's nice and thick, and it came out really nice. So I would have liked to do both phrases at the top, but I really only had room for one. Our life. So I decided I want to put a little bit of greenery on this instead of the vine parts that were on the stencil. I was going to paint green on either side and keep a little bit of the vine that was on the stencil, but I decided to use real greenery or real faux greenery. Still got that sparkly glue in my glue gun because I bought the wrong glue sticks at Walmart. But that glue works and you can't really see it. So put that bow down first, tuck the greenery in underneath, and even put a little bit in the middle. And I liked how that looked, but it did need something extra. So after trimming everything, I got out my box of birds. I bought this lot of birds on eBay, and I like this one particular one. It looks like it's broken on the bottom. It may have had legs at some point, but I think it looks great. You can't really see that it's broken, and it's a perfect size for this project. And I'm just going to glue him on there right near the little hole in the birdhouse. Better look at the final reveal. Jumping in with a little bit more information about the playlist. It's hosted by Katie from Lady Red Crafting and Lisa from Our Grey House. Our guest host this month is Annie from Indie Annie Jones. Their channel links and a link to this playlist will be in my description box below. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the video. This project is called Kitchen Rolls, and the inspiration was that I found this stencil going through my stencils looking for other stencils. I have this metal blank. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with me. I cannot remember how I got this. I either got it on sale or it came with one of my Chuckature Club mailings. I'm just going through. I wanted to show you that you don't have to be fancy. I took a couple squeegees and just cut them up myself so I would have more. And this particular stencil came in a lot of stencils off of eBay. So, you know, like with Club Couture, you pay like 20 and change every month for the brand new stencils. But you can get the older ones off eBay for like a couple dollars each. A lot of people will sell them like maybe 10 in a lot or 5 in a lot. And it works out to just a couple dollars each. So I saw this stencil and I'm like, this is perfect. I have my wood cutlery with the buffalo check design on it, and I'm like, how perfect is that? I just happened to see the wood cutlery at Walmart in one of they have the section for clearance, so drastically reduced items, and these wood cutlery pieces were one of them. And I'm like, okay, I gotta figure out a way to add them. So I'm like, well, you know, Farmhouse, here we go. So I chose to make them embellishments and laid off the faux florals for this video. So you see me just scraping on the black chalk paste, and you'll notice I scraped a bit, lifted it, scraped a bit more, lifted it, well, squeegee I should say. Then I'm squeegeeing at the end here. You want to lift it every once in a while so the chalk paste doesn't dry, and then you just don't get as good a result, and it's harder to clean the stencils. So I go over everything, and then I sort of use the squeegee to scrape off some of the ink so it's not all clunky, chunky. And wow, okay, your result is often as nice as your background, and obviously this was like a perfect background for chalk paste because it came out so nice. There really isn't a whole lot more to do with this, so instead of using like twine, I used fabric. I actually just snipped a little bit on the bottom of the fabric I had and then tore it off in a strip. And I'm just poking it through the holes and tying a knot in the back. The forks are going to be at the top here instead of flowers or bows. And I thought that was just perfect for a kitchen rules sign. Now you do have to be careful. The first time I glued that second fork down, it fell off. Like I moved the sign and it fell off. So I went back, I scraped what was on there and redid it, and it's fine now. And better look at the final reveal. Okay, the third and final project is this Farm Fresh organic sign. I did it once before like this. That's a just a thin wood blank from Dollar Tree. So now I'm going to do it, and I have room to include the words. Bought this beautiful black tag from Walmart, and again it was super on sale. And all these projects they look so fantastic, but they're also really quick. Like I did 3 projects in 3 hours, and it took me longer to put the video together than I actually did to create the projects. And I just love the outcome of all of them. So again, I have the cutlery for embellishment, and this time I'm coming in with the white chalk paste. Now both of my chalk pastes, I only buy black and white for the tubs because I get the packets in the Club Couture, and I save a lot of them or only use like 1 or 2 of them. So I have like a whole bunch left over. And it may be time to get new tubs, but you can use distilled water to loosen it up, so that's what I did. And you'll see me just like the last one. I squeegeed a little, lifted it, squeegeed a little, and lifted it. And finally coming in at the end here. And wow, look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Those tags from Walmart, it's a nice, thick, dark wood. It is black, but you can see the wood grain underneath. And I'm just like in awe. I think it just came out so nice. I could not decide how to do the embellishments at top. I couldn't figure out, do I use 2 forks? Do I use a fork and a knife? Do I crisscross them? What do I do? And I made a bow just in case. So I thought, how about we do like kitty corner kind of thing with it? So we'll do the bow on one side and the cutlery on the other side. It's a little different. This is definitely out of the box. But, I mean, it's just beautiful and quirky, and I just love it. And I'll give you a better look at it during the final reveal.